Welcome to Unbiased. I'm your humble host, Will. I'm back at you with another video. Before I get into this video, can you please like, share, and subscribe to the channel? I'm on a new platform and I'm trying to grow. And you can also comment on the video as well, on all my videos. As long as the comment is respectful, I will reply back. All right, so let's get back to this video. All right, the title of this video is Why Our Culture is Ass Backwards, because it is. And I'm gonna start off with a trending topic that everybody's been talking about for weeks now, and I'm just not gonna start touching on it. It's the Nolan Wills situation, and Nolan family has been getting a lot of flack online from black and white people. I just don't understand the black people or why they're attacking their family. And I'm finna touch on that right now. I get it from the white side. I get it. But I don't get it from the black side. I'm like, okay, we see black people get killed all the time. On Fox 5, Fox 6 is Birmingham News, Fox 5 is Atlanta News. And I watch both because as you've been watching my channel, you know I'm from Birmingham and I currently stay in Georgia, right? So when I sit back and I see, all type of crime happen in both cities, you have the parents of the deceased victim or whatever, and they talking about they want to know what happened to their kid, their child, or whatever, if they got shot, stabbed, or whatever. But this case is a little different because we don't even know what the cause of death, but we should know. Common sense to tell you that it was somebody's at fault. This is not a drowning. Somebody did some harm to their kid, and people trying to on both sides. For the parents, we got a lot of people who are coming in and trying to help them as they should. And then on the other side, who was there, or who all was involved, or who all was, did harm to the kid, they got people protecting them too. Um, and it's crazy. It's just a bad situation, very unfortunate, and real sorry for the family. But I saw this interview. This guy named Tatum. Officer Tatum. He's a black guy. I don't really know him that well. I just saw the interview he did with Warren Hudson, supposed to be uh, Nolan Will's best friend interview, and he really, to me, there's so much bad stuff on that video that I watched that he kind of messed himself up because the way he was talking, he didn't seem like he had no remorse, like he was sad that Nolan was gone. That's for one. That's one thing that I picked up on. And the next thing I picked up on was he said there was a lot of people there on that island. He said it was hundreds. He said it was hundreds of people out there on that island. So you telling me being the thinking man as I am, that something happened to that guy or kid, 18-year-old kid, and nobody saw it, no matter if he got murdered, nobody saw it, or it was an accident. Nobody still didn't see it. That doesn't make any sense to me. If everybody's out there drinking and having a good time, no, they probably smoking and they doing everything out there. Kids be popping pills now. It's trending. Uh, but nobody saw nothing. Nobody saw anything. They don't know what happened to the kid. I don't get it. I don't understand that, and I think that's a lie. I think somehow, some way, he probably got killed at night, more than likely, because somebody would have saw something in the daytime. So I'm guessing in the nighttime, it probably wasn't as many people who were still on the island that left. So it probably been half of 100, maybe 20 people, maybe 10 people were still there. And that's when he got murdered, in my train of thought, because it couldn't happen in daylight. In my train of thought, it's just me thinking, right? But him saying all that brings even more questions, So after I pass that part, I just don't understand. Like I said, I don't understand why black people are hating on the parents Why are they pushing this so hard? Because they want to know what's happened to their child. Common sense. They're saying that they're telling the truth. They want to know what happened to their kid. I would, and I was in that position. I wouldn't want to know, and I'm pretty sure anybody who's watching this video will want to know what happened to their child. Common sense. And then y'all can say it was an accident. Okay, if it was an accident, why his friend had their friend phone, and they had their friend car keys, right? And when they find the phone, everything's deleted. So hey, if it was an accident, why everything deleted? That didn't make any sense. So that let you know it's got to be something that really went on that island or boat, right? And then y'all cleaning off the boat as well. That was another red flag. Y'all cleaning the hell out of it. But like I said, this video is not really about that. It's just the culture is so stupid. They're attacking these parents and, saying all type of shit. Then the Officer Tatum guy, he really, even though he's black, he's really fighting for the white people, and he's trying to help cover up Warren Hudson, who's the son of the judge. And, pretty much he didn't help the kid at all. He really made the shit worse, to me, in my eye. But he's one of the ones, him and there's quite a lot of few guys that's in the media that be who are black, who be bashing black people. And, really, they do this all the time. They just go hard. Like another guy named Jason Whitlock, he was just going at Deion Sanders for no reason. He just continued going at him. Like he's a horrible coach. You would think Deion Sanders did something to this man. The way he go in on him. And I'd be like, damn, bro. And now, in my opinion, and I know y'all watch the show, and I'm doing a video right now, currently, I'm saying I coach his ass backwards. But I'm not bashing black people as a whole. I know it's good, black people. I'm one of them. I know it's good black people. What I'm saying is, and what my videos are about, is trying to get rid of the terrible narrative that they have about us out here. And then we don't help ourselves when we continue to promote whore culture, gang culture, women out here disrespecting men, going crazy, barely wearing any clothes, and then, trying to say they ain't no hoe, but you dress like a hoe, dudes selling dope on dope, pants hanging off the ass, all this shit. That's the shit I speak about to try to clean up. And then I see people do double standard when you see black men, young black men and older black men who dress up to the T, they get slandered. They get slandered, they get bashed. People were like, man, y'all think y'all better than us because y'all dressing like that. I'm like, what? I'm dressing like I got some goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wearing my pants hanging off my ass. You don't see my underwear. You know where that shit came from, but you still don't care. That shit came from prison. They still don't care. They still do it. Women, we tell women you dressing like a whore. They don't care. They promote that. They cool with it now. But back to what other races look at us, they look at us different. They be like, damn, they can do anything to us because we don't respect ourselves. That's how they do shit like that. But down here in the South, man, it ain't just Mississippi. I said that on one of my other videos. It's all the states down south. The low-key racist. And Trump and the Trump supporters who are who are pretty much white, they they like that shit. They coming out with that shit. Being prejudiced, being racist. It's all on the internet. They do it behind the internet easily because you can't do anything to them. You can't touch them. You know what I'm saying? But they'll also do it in your face. They got the Karens who will call you out in your face, call the police on you. You ain't even did nothing wrong. She just don't like because you're black. All this stuff be coming out, man. And like I said, all I'll be doing is just trying to, change the narrative. Try to help do it. That's what my platform about. That ain't the only reason why I'm doing this, but it's one big reason why I'm doing this. And I hate to see, families going through stuff like this. But in my eyes, I don't think they're gonna get the answer that they really want because I don't think none of us gonna really know what the hell happened with this Nolan Wells situation. I don't think we gonna know what gonna happen. All we know, we got a blow to the back of the head, and we don't know how that happened, why it happened. But all they know, their son is gone, and it's sad. And it doesn't seem like anybody's gonna get arrested for that shit. But if the shoes was on the other foot, and there was uh all black boat, and that one of Nolan Wills was white, I bet you all them boys would have been arrested without a bond. They would have been arrested. No ifs, ands, buts about it. But that's why I gotta say for the Nolan Wells thing. But it's also on that thing when I said nobody was talking about it, nobody saw anything. People know things, but they won't tell it. They also go back on what black folks. We got that rule called no snitching. And right now the white folks are not snitching. They're not gonna snitch on each other. That's what's going on. Something happened, but they ain't gonna tell on each other. And that's why I say they gotta get rid of that rule, man. You gotta get rid of, something happened, man. You gotta tell it. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit could happen to another kid. They get away with this. These little boys get away with this shit. Who say they won't go around next fall or next summer, and do something else to somebody else's child? They claim that's their friend. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be the shit gonna continue to keep going, and that's why I was like, we gotta end that no snitching shit, man. That shit don't make any sense. If somebody's out here killing folk, and y'all know who killing folk, why not lock that motherfucker up? Because that motherfucker could turn around and say, hey, and knock your ass off. But you knew he was doing this shit, but you ain't never tell nobody about it. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't make any sense. And that's why I said this coach's ass backwards, because we promote that. No snitch, no snitch. Gucci a snitch. And Gucci out here, we see a whole video of Gucci getting robbed. Niggas got the yappers right there, telling Gucci what to say. And y'all don't think that man ain't gonna tell on nobody? He really didn't have to tell. Hell, he got the video. And then it wasn't just Gucci there. And what people keep failing to realize, it wasn't good just Gucci there. You know what I'm saying? His wife, even though she wasn't there, she knew about it. And then you had his Gucci security. They got robbed too. You don't think they gonna tell? Gucci ain't had to say nothing. They were gonna tell. And then on top of that, these artists that y'all love and put in the high pedestal, they don't own their labels. They don't own their label. They work for a label. Got it on CMG, but got it under Jay-Z. They on the Rock Nation. He got to do what Jay-Z tell him to do. Birdman had to answer to Universal. He on Cash Money, but Cash Money bought a Universal umbrella. You see what I'm saying? So Gucci, I think he's under Atlantic. So if he did just don't say anything and just let that shit ride, Atlantic gonna know what they gonna want to know what the hell they what's going on with their money. They didn't put some money in Pooh Shiesty. And they want their return on investment. They be like, okay, well, what are these albums at? That we put our money into this dude. Where the money at? When he gonna drop these albums? Where the songs at? And Gucci gotta explain all that. Gucci can't just come up there and say, no, he ain't signed with me no more. They ain't gonna want to hear that. They were like, how? You got a contract. He signed for what, 5 hours? Whatever. I'm just throwing that out there. But y'all clueless, man. Think shit like that just gonna ride, man. Stupid. Ass backwards. Now he in the pen, finna go down the road for some more years. Ain't finna see no money. All he had to do was just play the shit out, play the contract out, or He could just got him a lawyer, like he got a lawyer now, and just keep fighting until they release him. All the artists have been through this before. 2 Chainz talked about what he went through when he was with Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? Until he finally got away and got on his own. All these artists have been through this. If you go back and look at different artists were signed with these different people, they was able to get out on their own. Everybody they never had the best contracts when they first came out. They had to fight through that to get a better contract or learn the business. Yeah, UGK used to make songs about how they got fucked over on contracts. 8 Ball MJG. You know what I'm saying? These folk rapping about the shit, telling you what the fuck they been going through. Dirty Boy got fucked out of contract. You know what I'm saying? They just telling you this shit go a long, long way. How people get fucked over. They been telling you. But doing the way Pooh Shiesty was doing it, or trying to do it, and this shit don't work. Not in this day and age. Now, it would have worked in probably back in the early 90s. You know, when Suge ran up on Eazy, he got Snoop and he got Dr. Dre and them out there. They did. Well, Snoop ended up coming with Dr. Dre once he was with Death Row. He was really getting Dr. Dre off of Eazy. That's what they did. And it worked. But that shit won't work right now. There's too many cameras. Too many cameras. Everybody know what the hell going on. So, I mean, that just is what it is on that Gucci shit. And like I said before, all this promoting poor culture, gang culture, women disrespecting men. We don't promote men. There's one thing I can say about the women now. I think I said this on another video of how women do praise each other for getting degrees, you know, going to college and, you know, being successful in that regard. They do that. Now, I salute the women on that. They do that. They might throw it in your face. But that's something you probably should brag about. To me, should brag about that. Should. Ain't gonna discount it. But men, we don't do that. I don't see us promoting each other. Hey man, you need to go to college. Unless you going to football, you playing football or basketball, we'll promote you going to college because we think you got a chance to go pro. But other than that, I don't really see men telling other men to go to college and shit. They don't do that. Or even praise men when they do go to college and get a degree. They don't do that. But we should. We need to talk talk more often. Tell men to dress up accordingly. Stop listening to these rappers. You know what I'm saying? Stop listening to these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers ain't helping y'all. These motherfuckers make shit work. These motherfuckers in Beverly Hills. These motherfuckers in Buckhead and all these other places, isolated away from everybody else. They away from the hood. They only come in the hood when they feel like it, just to show off. They don't live in the hood no more. But y'all don't see nobody saying to them, oh, they think they better than everybody. But if somebody else in the hood move and come back, they were like, oh, you better than everybody. That shit, the double standards is just don't make any damn sense. Black on black crime, I done said that I've been doing videos about this for so long that the shit need to stop. Crime rate high here in Atlanta, crime rate high here in Birmingham, crime rate high here in Columbus, Georgia. Man, this shit high here everywhere. Memphis. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make any damn sense. And I was smoking and drinking on my deck, smoking my cigars and drinking my Modelo. And I was thinking about a topic I want to do, which is the video, right? And I used to think about it, I was like, you know what? I used to watch A&E and watch 48 Hours on the first 48. And I said, you know, of course they had Birmingham on there, they had Cincinnati on there. I said they also had Miami on there. But they had this particular project, neighborhood, they used to show all the time in Miami. I think it was Pork and Bean, project or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly. It might be exactly what it is, but I didn't look it up. But I just going off my memory. And all the time, every time they show me somebody getting killed over there. If somebody always getting killed, somebody getting murdered. And I started saying, I was like, if they doing this every episode, somebody getting shot and killed over there, there ain't gonna be nobody else in that project left standing. Everybody gonna be gone. And that's what I'm thinking about these different cities. All these black cities and everybody, all this high ass black crime. Y'all keep murking each other, ain't gonna be nobody left. If it's gonna be a race that becomes instinct, it's gonna be the black race. Why you say that, Will? We're murdering each other all the fucking time. Then on top of that, we got cases like Nolan Wells, another case like the other kid that was in Texas. You know, he ended up stabbing a little white boy because they finna jump on him, right? He going to prison. You might well say his life is over with because, you know, I know they probably sentenced him. I forgot what the damn sentence is, to be honest with you. Maybe y'all can hit me in the comments. But he's going to be gone for a long time. And then the little kid that was in South Carolina, you know, got shot by the Chinese or Asian guy. He probably stole some water. He put the water back, clear on the video. He put the water back. He shouldn't have been doing that shit in the first place. I think I said that on the video. He shouldn't have been doing that because they were watching his ass, but they watching him so hard they didn't even see him put the water back. And then he goes out the store and y'all chase him all the way down the street and shoot him in the back. That's why I say black people will go extinct if we keep going the way we're going. We're murking each other at a high rate. You got other races now, not just white, killing us. You got other races now murking us too. Y'all don't see it, but y'all don't see it. Y'all still want to turn up, get drunk as hell on the weekend or the weekdays, putting yourself in harm's way. Y'all still want to promote the whole culture, still promote the gang culture with all these boys either getting murked or they going to the penitentiary. High hell on pills because they listen to stupid ass rap music. Some of these rappers do the damn drug. Some of them don't even do the drug. They just writing the music and saying this shit selling, so let all these kids pop mollies and all this other bullshit that they pop. But that's what y'all listen to, and that's what y'all rocking with. Y'all don't know how to separate the shit. And I see why they said we needed a shepherd. In the Bible, they said we need a shepherd. Because we ain't got nobody watching us. We can't watch ourselves. You would think we're smart enough to do that. People can't watch themselves. They're like animals. That's what we acting like out here in the street. We're acting like fucking animals. You got women out here saying they want a good man. They need a good man. They want a good man. But they choose to pick the guys that dog them out, treat them bad, beat them up. That's what they want. That's what they choose. That's who they have their babies by. Then you got the men. Not all. I'm not saying all women like this, but you got all. You know, same thing with the men. And not all men doing this, but you got men who have good women. Some of them have great women. Choose to cheat on them with a slut, a pass around, a set out. All because her body might look good, she dressing provocative, and they go for that shit. And that's what we promote on the internet and the movies, the music. We promote this shit, man. And then you see it get passed along to generation to generation to generation to generation. That's why the shit's never going to end. Somebody got to make a stand. I'm trying to stand. I see some other people trying to stand with me who've been doing shit way longer than I have. And I just created this platform. They've been had a platform and doing it. But it seems like it's getting worse. Shit getting worse, man. Shit getting worse, man. I'm not even mad at the shit no more. I used to be mad when I started off doing these videos. I ain't even mad. I'm just sad, disappointed, just sad and disappointed. How we act, how we conduct ourselves. Hoping for a change. Don't see it. Not in the near future. We don't want to stand with each other for nothing. It got to be for some nonsense. Got to be some stupidity. Can't be nothing great. That's why this. That's why this race can't be great. But I do believe once upon a time we were great. Just fell off. Fell off. We used to be kings and queens. I don't see us being no kings and queens right now. I know y'all don't. Y'all don't see it. Don't see it. It's crazy. I don't know. I think that's all I got on this. Can't think of nothing else. Uh, it's just our culture's ass backwards, bro. We need saving. We can't save ourselves. My